Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys looking good right out the gate, off to a 2-0 start. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. And his guys also 2-0, so this is a good test for both teams here early in the season. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown! Blake Corum, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Will Anderson. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here's Jake Bailey now. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants him to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
And a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Complete. Jefferson the target. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another 1st down.
Stroud looking to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Corum. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Here's Burrow. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Stroud. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, this is Corum. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the first.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. Oh, the juke. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 2nd down in the yard. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Tutin, touchdown.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
makes the score.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Burrow. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Results in a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. Pushing his way through. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
tour around the NFL starts now. In Minneapolis, the Vikings at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And this is Drake May. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Vikings get the victory. It took them a few weeks, but they win and improve to 1-2.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Stroud will try to pick it up himself. Some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a first down. A gain of 19 yards. Result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Travis Hunter, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Burrow. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now back out comes the offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards on the play. And a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Stroud out of the gun here. That is caught by Hunter. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 5.
It's a gain of 55. Complete to number 12, Travis Hunter. 1st and goal.
1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the 4-yard
3rd
line.
and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And this offense continues to pour it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 26-yard line.
Burrow will throw. It gets this complete to Shaheed. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Chase. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a 1st down.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 4.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
2nd and 5.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals getting set to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Stroud completes this out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete to Justin Jefferson.
Hand off now to Gibbs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A gain of 14 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. Result is a 1st down.
Stroud working out of the gun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
At the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On the give. Here's Gibbs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Gibbs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Third and goal, Stroud. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On the sack there, and it's second down.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Complete to Jamar Chase. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Corum. Powers through. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And a 1st down. A gain of 12. And a 1st down.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.